Is this thing on? Yeah, okay, cool. I woke up early this morning, and it's interesting because the first thought I had was, I need to pod. And then I had a thought about assumptions and how people can watch your life on the internet, listen to your stories, watch your reels, just dive deep into the world that you put out there for the world to watch, and then create narratives, right? So I was just like, man, I would love to have a conversation about this. Who could I talk to? Then I said, wait a minute, I can talk to y'all. Welcome back to another episode of New York Minute. I'm your host, Nymbus, and today we're just gonna have a quick conversation. It's been, this is episode, sorry, before I even get into anything, this is episode 38. And I didn't even know if I had a title for the episode. I just knew I wanted to get some work done, film another episode, and see who can relate. You know, this podcast and just in general, like this brand and company that I created has touched a lot of people very fast. That sounds crazy. It's reached a lot of people in a very short period of time. And that's the beauty of the internet, right? Like, we can set our phones up and be in our rooms or outside in our backyard or wherever and record content and then distribute it to the world and see what happens, right? And it's always like a shot in the dark to a certain degree. But the people that I've talked to, especially lately, they're very encouraging, like very, very encouraging. Shout out to Cut for getting me right. Had to go see her yesterday, and it's ironic, man. Like, I love my homies so much, and all we do is encourage each other. Like, yo, just no matter what, just keep going, you know. And so I appreciate my homies. Shout out to Kiko, bro. Like, Kiko blessed me with these pants and a couple other variations of it, and I'm really, really blessed to be around people like him. And shout out my boy K. Had a little studio session yesterday, and I got way too lit. I ain't gonna front. I think I'm gonna hang up the rapper moniker. Honestly, I'm not. It's fun. Rapping is fun. Producing beats is fun, but podding, doing other work that I'm currently doing is actually much more rewarding. And it's like no pressure. It's no pressure to talk, especially when it comes to talking with other people that like to talk, you know, and not just about nothing, talking about something that we actually are creating in the future or in the present day. Shout out my homegirl Lexi. She is super, super incredible, very, very, very intelligent, and on top of that, like, talented beyond measure. And another encouraging friend, you know. And it's interesting because, like, I want my target audience to be able to help others. And that's the whole purpose of this pod, right? Like, I have a conversation with y'all and myself at the same time, and hopefully like others, and we just grow together naturally. A lot of people pay for ads, a lot of people pay for bots and stuff like that just to get interaction. And I've always thought about it, like, because I've ran an ad or two for sure, and just to see like, okay, where could it go? How far can this reach? Right? Versus just my following. And it's interesting, bro. Like it definitely pushes your stuff out there. But the thing that I've been running into lately is what's next? And when you ask yourself that question, what's next? You're always left with the silence. Sometimes I have the answers of like, okay, I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do that, then I'm going to do this. Okay. Did it. What's next? And that's the funniest part about this period of my life that I'm in right now, like figuring out the next steps, because I did what I wanted to do. And that happened to me with music too. Like, I remember saying I wanted to drop 3 albums. I'm just going to drop 3 albums and then that's it. Because I hated the music that was out, that was playing in like radio and stuff like that. Like some of it was cool, but some of it was just gimmicky. And you could tell it was like not real, very, very manufactured. McDonald's, French fry vibes. And so I did that. I made a few albums, made a few records, learned how to produce, learned how to engineer, learned how to do everything I wanted to do. And then I did it and got to like heights I never thought I would get to. Because I started making music in 2012, right? 2012 was a different time period. 2013, 2014, 2015, incredible years. And I saw so many people just, and I was like, bro, I wonder what that feels like. And then I did it and got on stages and got on tours and met a lot of really cool people. And it's so interesting to see certain people evolve from, where they started to now, from SoundCloud era. I was a SoundCloud kid for sure. Flying Nymbus, FLYINGNYMBUS on SoundCloud. I can't even log into that account anymore. But just to start from there, then to go to distribution and distribute, find out, I can distribute my music everywhere. And then have that realization that I'm sure a lot of other artists have, that, bruh, there's hundreds of thousands of us out here dropping music every day. How are we going to break through? And you got to fight 100,000 other people. Like, what? It's crazy. It's like a mountain of ants, and you one ant and a whole bunch of other ants around you trying to climb to the top. And then when you get to the top, what's next? And I'm sure everybody has that conundrum at some point in time. If you get to that realization, like, it's not just you out here, And it's funny how I wanted to start the episode and talk about assumptions, because I have a lot of people that randomly just assume things about me. And it's just like, why are you assuming when you could just talk to me or ask me a question? And that it's lately, I ask other people questions more than anything. I'll be like, so, what do you think about this? Or have you thought about this with me? And they'll be like, oh yeah, I thought, you like this, or I thought you were this, or I thought you were that. And it's like, why would you think that when you could just ask me? Oh, I didn't think to do that. You didn't think to ask somebody that you know a question, but you felt comfortable with your assumption. And that, we all assume things, right? Based off of how people present themselves or how people move around in the world. We always are going to assume, but I think the most important thing to do is to ask. Because once you ask, then you can get some clarity behind your question, and it might be different than what you assumed. You'd be surprised how many people run with assumptions. And then when they ask the question and they get the answer, it's like, oh, dang, my bad. It's like, Yeah, it's your bad, but it's all good. Just ask next time. I assumed with the podcast that I could live forever on this thing and do it all the time forever, right? And I get it. I think some things are seasonal. I think some things are meant to be created. If it's meant to be distributed to the world, cool. And then you see what's next. For me, a lot of people said like, oh, bro, you should do radio. You should do voice acting. And I definitely would love to do that. I would love to find a radio platform that likes my voice and would help magnify that to the world. But then that also will require me to dedicate my life to that. And you have to be ready for it. Whatever you want to do in this world, wherever you want to go, you got to be ready for it. I just found out the other day Carlos Miller was a firefighter. I was like, Carlos? 85 South Carlos Miller. You were a firefighter, bro. What? And then he said, hell no. And it's so interesting because, bruh, you could do anything in this world you put your mind to. And like right now, I'm doing basically a form of engineering, but for construction, right? And it's interesting because I'm around all these people and just learning new things, learning new math, new ways and structures, and just a lot of stuff in Dallas. And it's really cool, very challenging, but it's something new. And I love that. I love waking up in the morning, getting ready for work, because I know I'm going to learn something new. I know I'm going to be challenged. I know I'm going to see a different part of the Metroplex that I haven't seen before. And I'm super grateful for that. To go from driving on the forklift for 12 hours a day to, podding for a couple months, just living off the strength of the pod, to realizing, okay, I got all these bills. I need to get a job, like for real, like just to be responsible, just to be like realistic, and the pod is great. It's definitely doing its numbers. It's reaching its people, but bruh, we're in America. Everything is high. You know what I'm saying? From the eggs to the food, the produce that's real. And you got to work. You got to work to survive, to live, to enjoy a backyard. Or, I miss my apartment. Don't get me wrong. I really do miss it. But at the same time, I outgrew it. And then when me and my girl broke up, it was time for both of us to leave. So I was like, okay, you go your way, I go my way, and then we'll figure it out, and much love to her, much love to her family. And I needed to reset and regroup and start a new chapter. And that happens. I don't really talk too much about my relationship on the pod because that's my personal life. And I kind of like to keep it separate from the world. But everybody and everything in life has a season. And when you recognize that season is past, it goes from winter to summer, and you got fall and spring in between. It's okay to let go. What do people say? Let go and let God. Let go. It's cool. If it's meant for you, you will see. But if not, that's okay. Hopefully you've learned. Hopefully you've grown. Hopefully you have matured in life. And I think that happens with relationships, right? Like we meet people, we fall in love, we see the world, we see the future. And then for whatever reason, it doesn't work out. But you tried. And being in this chapter is like, all right, this is what you wanted, right? This is what I wanted. I wanted to have this platform and a couple other platforms. And then every week of the month, I do something new. I create something new. I might stream, I might cook something and then push it out there. And that's what I wanted. But then the sacrifice was my relationship and a lot of other things. Because the platforms that I created grew and expanded and reached a lot of people. And so I chose the platforms and I chose my dreams over emotions. And that's not an easy thing to do. It's definitely not. But in the long run, I know that it was necessary. In the long run, I knew I can look back at this time period of my life when I'm 50 years old and be like, man, you see that boy? Look at that boy. That's me. God willing, I live to see 50, you know? It's a blessing, yo. I was at the studio the other day and I was like, man, I'm 34. I'm unk. Niggas is looking at me in the room like, yeah, you old. I'm like, all right, hold on, time out. Old? What is old? Because some people, they genuinely think, okay, 30-something is old. In my mind, I feel like 60-something is old. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still got 30 years left before I get to old, in my opinion. Everybody has their own point of view of age, right? But we all are going to age. It is natural. That I think it's beautiful to reach a certain age. Like, people in their 40s, I'd be like, bruh, how I feel up there? Like it's a height. How I feel to be 40, you know? And some people think I'm in my 20s, and it's just like, that good DNA, baby. That good DNA. Good genetics. But yeah, age is a beautiful thing, man. Growing older is a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? And I love being at this age. I love still learning life and developing and evolving and growing. I think it's incredible. And yeah, I genuinely just want to learn more. I want to expand. I want to travel more for sure this year and next year, especially next year. Oh my God. I can't wait. There's so many places that I want to take this pod to. And so shooting in different environments is definitely a practice. It's something that I am actively trying to do more. Pod in different places, different spaces. And I can't wait to meet more of you and more businesses and more brands, more companies, and just expand. And I thank you for encouraging whoever you are out there listening to this, encouraging me to keep going. These mosquitoes are already starting to get at me, so I'm probably going to end the pod soon because I see myself itching and scratching a lot more. But yeah, yo, there's a lot more that I plan on filming, shooting, and it's just a matter of time. And no matter what, as long as I can breathe, as long as I can film, as long as I can edit and push, I'm going to continue the pod. I'm not stopping, I'm not going anywhere. I'm actually going to be going a lot of places, but this is not the end by no means. It's just another chapter, another season. So I encourage all of you to not only continue to subscribe, continue to support, but also chase your visions and your dreams, no matter what. Every day is a new day to potentially do something cool. And all it takes is getting up and doing it. Don't run with assumptions, please. Especially with me. Ask. DM me, message me, text me, call me if you have my number. And you will find out. You know? I know it's comfortable to assume or think you know something or somebody, but you'd be surprised when you ask a question like, what's this about? And you get your answer. This has been another episode of New York Minute. Have a great day, a great week, great year, and a great life. Peace.
West side, baby, with the east side flow. PD beats going brazy, but